Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Deborah Baker and I am delighted that you have joined me. And I congratulate you for taking the time out for yourself. Just to take a break from the everyday hustle and bustle and see what is inside. So let's begin, as we do, with 3 nice deep breaths. The exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. And allow your shoulders to sink down a little. And then one more. Release, let go. So we've got a couple things on our agenda for this meditation. As we relax our bodies, we are going to focus on beauty, and then we're going to visit each of the 4 elements and do a little bit of cleansing, clearing. So before we get started, I invite you to think of something that you consider beautiful. Whatever comes to mind is what you're to focus on. When I think of beautiful, I often think of scenery, sunsets, nature, flowers. When I, travel, some of the most beautiful places that I've been. Whatever you think of that is beautiful, just focus on it a moment. And if it's a place, I suggest you picture yourself there. Just relax. Allow the energy of that beauty to settle in around you and seep into your pores. Let's begin by relaxing our bodies, imagining, for me, for some reason, the idea of being on a beach and the beauty of the beach is what came to mind for what I find beautiful. And I was going to suggest, as you picture your feet relaxing, I like to think of my toes in the sand. Wherever you want to picture your feet, maybe they're getting a massage from a professional or your favorite person. Feel the relaxation in each toe, in the joints of your feet, all the way to the marrow of your bones. Feel your feet get heavy as that relaxation moves through your feet, deep into the heels of your feet, and then into your ankles. Through your ankles into your lower legs, your calves, and your shins. And as you set the intention to allow your body to relax, keep thinking about that place that you find beautiful, or whatever it is that you find beautiful. Think about beauty. As you relax your feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Allow that to happen as you focus on whatever you can think of that is beautiful. And maybe it's a montage of images. Beauty all around you. And feel the relaxation having moved all the way through your feet and legs and having made them feel really heavy. Feel that relaxation now move into your tailbone and beginning to move up through your pelvis, your tailbone, your sit bones, your lower back, your hips, your pelvic floor, and your lower torso. and thinking about what is beautiful, or whatever image you have of beauty, I invite you now to begin to realize that it is the beauty inside of you that allows you to see beauty outside of you. As within, so without. So know that your inner beauty is breathtaking. Your inner beauty is way more amazing than you think it is. Notice the relaxation moving all the way through your pelvis into your midsection. Notice that by now your breathing has slowed down, your heart rate has slowed down, and your brain has already shifted to the brainwave of meditation effortlessly. So the relaxation is now moving through your midsection, your middle back, your sides, your tummy, your solar plexus, and moving into your rib cage, moving up one rib at a time through your rib cage, into your heart space. And I invite you now to think about the beauty in your heart. The way that you love is beautiful. I suggest that you become open to the possibility of loving yourself as fully as you love those around you, your family, your friends, all of your loved ones. Imagine loving yourself that much, that fully, that all-encompassing love. And feel the beauty in your heart just expand as you acknowledge it. Feel it soaking in around your shoulder blades. At the same time, notice the relaxation in the tips of each of your fingers and thumbs, moving up one knuckle at a time, through your hands, into your wrists, through your wrists into your lower arms, your elbows, your upper arms. Notice your legs and your arms, your hands and your arms have become very, very heavy. And then feel it all coming together at the tops of your arms and at your shoulders, that relaxation. Feel it moving up through your throat, your neck, into your chin, all the way through your face, your head, the sides and backs of your head, all the way into your brain. Continue to know that your ability to see beauty reflects on how beautiful you are, inside and out. You are truly a beautiful, beautiful soul, whole and perfect, exactly as you are. Feel that relaxation just coursing through your body. And the next thing we're going to do is focus on the 4 elements and allow them to create some cleansing, some healing in our bodies. My guides didn't really tell me a whole lot about this meditation until right before I sat down. So I have a medicine wheel in my backyard, and if I were tech savvy, I would have this set up in my backyard and record the meditation back there in the middle of my medicine wheel. But the medicine wheel focuses on the 4 directions. It's a circle of stones It's a Native American tradition. A circle of stones, and there is a special stone to mark each of the 4 directions. And I'm not certain which direction represents which element. So let's begin with air. They are suggesting we begin with air. And so as you take those deep breaths, you can feel the air moving into your mouth, down your throat. You can feel your lungs expand as the air fills them. And then to me it's magical how the air goes to our capillaries and actually enters our bloodstream, which keeps us alive. Air also clears things away. We had a really windy day yesterday in Kansas and today also. So that, you know, what you put out on your front porch might not be there when you get back. At the same time, imagine that you can take whatever is troubling you. Just let's take a moment. Think of one thing that is troubling you. It doesn't have to be huge. Just one little thing that's troubling you. And imagine just setting it on your hand and allowing the wind to just blow it away. Release it. Feel the wind come through and take away your troubles. Take away whatever concerns you. Allow the wisdom of the universe to sink in and remind you that almost everything we worry about doesn't happen. And at the same time, let me honor that if your intuition, your gut is telling you something, I invite you to listen to it and ask for guidance about it. So there's a very distinct difference between intuition and worry. And I encourage you to practice so that you can figure it out. It's slightly different for each person. If you want to schedule an appointment with me, we could certainly sit down and talk about it, because I think it's an important skill to hone, to be able to tell, is this my gut or is this my fear? Is this my worry? You know, is something going to happen, or am I just focusing on my fear? Is my fear getting the best of me? So we'll let the air just wipe it away. And now let's think about fire, the element of fire. If you have any kind of collection of crystals or gemstones that you want to energetically clear, I guess really anything you want to energetically clear, the suggestion is to use the 4 elements. So air is obvious. You can put it outside, you can blow on it. There's power in your breath. And with fire, some things we can kind of pass through a flame, and others we can clear by putting them out in the sun, because the sun is the biggest fire we know. Nothing that we can imagine could stand up to the flames of the sun. However, we are the ideal distance from the sun. Our sweet little planet Earth is the ideal distance from the sun that we can use the fire, use its fire to warm ourselves, to grow our plants, to light our planet. So imagine kind of taking in a flame, a sacred holy flame, taking it inside of you. And if you have any health concerns, imagine this sacred holy flame going to wherever it is that you're concerned about, whatever it is you're concerned about or wherever. And imagine that flame coming and just extinguishing it. If any of you have ever participated in a burning bowl ceremony, you write down what you want to release on a piece of paper, and then you put it in a flame, and just like that, the flame takes it away. And it is symbolic of how quickly the universe, God, the one presence and the one power, can remove from us what no longer serves us, what troubles us, what concerns us. So just imagine that flame moving through your body at just the perfect level. Just like the sun. This feels wonderful on your face, especially if it's been a long, cold winter. So air, fire, earth. Think about earth now. And when you're using earth to cleanse your crystals or to cleanse things, you take them and you put them on the ground. I invite you to allow the earth to nurture you, or touch a tree. There is just healing energy, vibrations in nature, in trees, in plants. If you can, stand outside barefoot for a little while on the ground, on the grass or the dirt, whatever you want to stand on. And just take a moment. Life is all about intention. I invite you to just imagine, as you're standing there on the earth, all of your, whatever you need to release, just going out the soles of your feet, and the earth can take it, because it doesn't harm the earth to release to it. It's just energy. It's all energy. Sometimes people use salt lamps. If there's one, I guess you can't quite see it in the frame. There's one back there. Because the heat of the light with the salt emits energy that is grounding, that is healing. What do I mean by grounding? It calms you. Grounding is calming. Grounding is getting your feet back on the ground. It's just as important to have your head in the clouds as it is to have your feet on the ground. And by head in the clouds, I mean to focus on more than just the 3D world. That is the human world. There's so much more, and you know that. So we've looked at Earth, and now let's look at my favorite, which is water. I am a water sign. I'm a Cancer, and each of the zodiac signs is associated with an element, and it's kind of fun to figure out which one you are. But I've always found myself soothed by water, and interestingly, every night I take a nice hot bath, and tonight I took it before recording this meditation. I usually record them on Monday nights, and so I am just relaxed, because water is so peaceful and relaxing. If you can have a fountain around just to listen to the water, or imagine sitting by a mountain stream, or sitting at the ocean and hearing the waves break on the shore. The sound of water is very soothing, but water itself, when I do energy work, my body just, it's like it gets full of static. It collects a lot of energy. And when I'm finished, I go in and I put my hands in water, and it's almost like you can hear tss, like when you would take a hot sparkler in the summertime and put it in water so that it won't burn anybody. It's that sense of, that's what water does so instantaneously. It releases it, cures it, it relieves it. So in the week ahead, I invite you to think of two things. One, what a beautiful being that you are, inside and out. And the other is to think of the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And notice how they come up in your daily conversations, in your thoughts. The Native Americans thought they were very important, and I'm sure other Native peoples as well. And I think when we look at the wisdom of other peoples, we have much to gain. So take a nice deep breath. Take in all that air and bring yourself present to the moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes and prepare yourself to have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week. I'm so grateful that you joined me, and I honor you. The God, the divine in me, honors and recognizes the divine in you. Namaste.